Good evening. We, the unwilling, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little. We are now qualified to do anything with nothing.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to participate in this kind of behavior again. Mr. Howard, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now going to order you not to go back to, you said Energy?
NRG, yeah.
NRG Stadium. You're not to go back there. Is it? That's not Dicon. No, that's not the new one, right? Yeah. You're not to go back to Energy Stadium. You're not to participate in any more graffiti. Do you understand? If I find that you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Sir, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Not today. No.
You work.
Yeah.
Do you generally have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No.
Okay, I can have you fill out an application for a court-appointed lawyer. I'll see whether you qualify or not, and then we can talk. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. I'll have the state create them, and then we'll have you sign it. Okay? Please. So can you file that? No going back to Energy, and then no, I guess, graffiti, no spray painting on, city property, public property.
All right, Judge, next is page 14. Limbrick, come on up.
Morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Ms. Limbrick. Ma'am, you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On January 2nd, 2025, around 12:30 p.m., the complainant was in a car accident around the 3200th block of North Freeway. The complainant stated that he got on the entrance ramp to get on the freeway's main lanes when he observed the defendant tailgating him. The complainant said the defendant swerved back to the entrance lane and the defendant's front right fender hit the complainant's driver's side door. He said that the defendant did not stop and kept on driving northbound on the North Freeway main lanes. The complainant followed the defendant and honked at the defendant, but the defendant looked at him, signaled at him that she was on the phone, and continued driving. The complainant called 911 and gave the defendant's license plate. A witness observed the accident and provided dash camera video of the accident, which showed the license plate and City of Houston work truck number. The officer ran the license plate and found that the defendant, a City of Houston employee, had filed a police report the same day of the accident, claiming that an unknown vehicle hit her on the freeway and kept on going.
Whoa.
The defendant's employer confirmed the defendant's vehicle was checked out to the defendant. GPS coordinates confirmed that the defendant was driving on South Houston Parkway during the incident. The defendant admitted to being the driver, but claimed the other vehicle was the one that hit her and was the one at fault. The complainant had an estimate that the total amount to fix the complainant's vehicle was $1,400.
There's video of this actually happening and she files a report.
Yes.
Can you look up to see whether she has a license and insurance, please?
Yes.
Her license, at least. Ms. Limbrick, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. It is now a condition of your bond that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle unless you have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand? Yes or no? If I find that you violate these conditions, if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail. Do you understand, man?
Her driver's license was eligible.
Yeah.
We're going to create bond conditions for you. I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And after that, you'll be free to go, ma'am. Do not pick up any new cases and be safe in my city. If I find that you're a danger to my city, it's not going to go well for you. Please.
Thank you, Aaron. Maybe excuse.
Right this way. All right, gentlemen. next
Driving
is-
And liability insurance in her name.
Okay.
Please.
Page 27 through the 29. Judge, next is page 24. Spear, come on up. No, it's a conceal.
And that's Wade, right?
Yes.
Mr. Spears, you're charged with driving while your license is suspended. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
All right. On March 18th, officers on traffic enforcement at the Harris County Toll Road received an alert from the Harris County Transit Authority IMS system, which told them that a prohibited vehicle had passed through the South Hardy Plaza Toll Road booth. The prohibited vehicle was known to owe an outstanding amount of $1,416. The officer observed the vehicle traveling southbound on the Hardy Toll Road and caught up with the vehicle and conducted a traffic stop. The defendant gave his license and informed officers that he did not have insurance. The driver's license came back as ineligible, and dispatch advised the defendant that he had advised that the defendant had prior convictions of no financial responsibility and had no driver's license.
Mr. Spears, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge.
I just signed it. You're on probation in this court. You've now picked up a new case. I've now signed it. A warrant has now been issued for your arrest. You're now going into custody. It goes with you. Will you please appoint him a lawyer?
It is not eligible, Your Honor.
You're not to drive. I will have you sign an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. Unless you have valid liability insurance in your name and a Texas driver license, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand, Mr. Spears? Don't send him down, Deputy Miranda, please. Last time.
Next judge, page 25, Whitaker, come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Whitaker. Ma'am, you're charged with assault causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On September 4th, 2024, officers responded to an assault at In-Town Suites located at 9155 San Houston Highway in Harris County, Texas. This call slip advised that the manager was pepper sprayed by the defendant. The complainant, the manager, was transported to Houston HCA Hospital, and the officer reviewed the lobby security footage and so the defendant approached the complainant, becoming increasingly irate as they conversed. While the defendant was arguing with the complainant, the defendant grabbed a pink-colored pepper spray canister and discharged it at the complainant. The defendant quickly exited the lobby and fled the scene in a red-colored Mercedes-Benz. The complainant told the officers that she was working the front desk when the defendant came in, upset about her reservation and demanded a refund. The complainant tried to explain to the defendant that she did not have the authority to issue a refund when the defendant pepper sprayed the complainant and ran off. The complainant positively identified the defendant through a photo array.
Okay. Ms. Whitaker, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons, and not to go back to this location. If I find that you violate these conditions, if you become a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm not asking for much. Do you mind filing those conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
No, sir, I'm not working.
Okay, I'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of,
There's no money in the bank.
whether you drive a Mercedes Benz, what,
In my daughter's name, she pays for it.
I need to know everything about you, ma'am.
You can know everything.
Deputy Miranda, do you mind giving an application? Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, ma'am.
Judge, I'm sorry, there was one more. It's an off-docket arraignment. It's there next to you.
Okay.
It was bond book in 2024.
Judge, can I get that cost number?
It's
You
right
ready?
there next to you, counsel.
Oh,
That's it.
wonderful. Thank you.
Santa Bonita.
Santi Ibanez, come up.
Can I get the cost number? Oh, sorry, thank you.
253-2253.
Thank you. Got it?
Mr. Santi Ibanez, you are charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On October 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a Walmart at 9460 West San Houston Parkway in Harris County, Texas, regarding a theft. The officer spoke with the complainant, the loss prevention agent, and he stated that the defendant was exiting the building when a door clerk checked receipts and asked the defendant to provide receipts of items that he had in possession. The complainant stated the defendant did not have it and proceeded to walk out past the clerk and exit the building. The door clerk then contacted the complainant, who then went outside and met the defendant in the parking lot. The complainant brought the defendant into the loss prevention office where he stayed silent. The complainant asked the defendant for a purchase receipt, and the defendant again stated he did not have it. The complainant then called 911. The complainant stated the defendant passed at all points of sale and made no attempts to pay for the items. The complainant stated that the defendant took 4 items that totaled approximately $588.81, which included a bicycle, a TV, salsa, and chips.
Okay, Mr. Santi Ibanez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond. You speak English, right? I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart for any reason. If I find that you do, if you pick up a new case, if you endanger my city, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
I'll have you fill out an application. Deputy Miranda will give you one and I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Casey.
I'm fine, isn't it? Please,
Yes,
no
you are.
more. Hi, Casey, you ready?
Is that gonna be a reinstatement or?
No, it's on.
You posted on?
I am approaching on Allison Dennis today. Dennis,
Thanks. Okay.
yes. It's like 190 days, so I was told to approach. I did submit at the beginning of March for a PTI appeal, and I have not received a response from.
Is it completely, you filed everything that needs to be, when
Yeah, I
was,
sent everything. I filed it at the beginning of March as when I sent the email.
now March 26th. Do you mind checking to see where we are with that?
Right here.
And I have submitted several PTI appeals, and I've only received a response on one within the
Sent
last month.
here?
She is here, Judge.
Yes.
She was sent for a drug test this morning as well, and that came back negative. So.
Oh, we have for the 26th of April.
So it's a PCI, what is it like?
We did receive it. We don't have a response to that from this guy's yet. I just need to follow up.
Okay, and then I'll sit you off for a week. If we don't get I'll waive it next week.
Wait for her appearance?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we don't get a response in a week, then I'll send an email saying, hey, what's going on?
Okay.
Because by then it'll be over 200 days.
Yeah, I'll follow up as well. But, okay, great. Thanks, Judge.
Take care.
You too.
Hi,
Judge Morning. How are you?
what's new, man?
Hey, another day. Another day.
Feel your pain. Be better on a beach, right?
I'm feeling good. Judge, I'm here on Adrian Razzo.
Okay.
I don't know what page, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'll,
Similar situation. We put in a mitigation package for a PTI.
okay,
He's been approved.
wonderful.
So we're asking that the court set over the case 30 days.
What does your client have to do?
It's an anger management class. He's going to make a donation to the Houston Area Women's Center, and then no contact with the complainant. And then at the end of the 30 days, if he's done all that,
So
then
you want a full 30 days or?
that's,
Yes. So the agreement is that we will not dismiss before that 30 days.
Yeah.
So we'll give you 30 days. If it's not done, let her know it's plea or trial.
yeah, understood, Judge. Judge, I mean, he's going to take care of everything today. So, or very shortly.
So hopefully if he's, there's no problems, come in the day before so they can take care of everything. Hopefully they dismiss it then, so he didn't have to come in.
Okay, well, that was gonna be my next ask. Would the court consider waiving his appearance?
If it's all completed, if it's not completed, if everything's not completed, or if there's some kind of issue, he's gotta be here. Because I don't know, I mean, they say no contact, what if he tries to? Right, at that point, I'll probably bring her in closer to, but, okay, for sure.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes, sir, thanks. Good to see you. Hi, Mr. Turner. Durden, okay?
Late yesterday, Joe.
Where's Mr. Durden?
It was Princess Way, that's what I'm saying. You got a bond
We
violation.
usually order them to appear.
It's still impending.
It's still pending. You haven't even seen it, I don't think. I just thought I'd approach and we'd talk about it.
So do you want to bring him Friday?
The claim is that he missed some rolling restarts. He swears, if you just look at the cameras, you'll see it wasn't him. I'm thinking we're gonna work the case out next week. If I can get to like Tuesday or Wednesday, I can get him in the office, I can talk to him and we can figure out I think we can resolve the case when we come back. But I just don't think I can get that done before Friday. If we could maybe do Tuesday,
How about Monday?
okay, Monday.
He's skipping a lot of tests. It's a second bond violation
I
too.
understand, Judge. The first.
It's gotta be on Monday.
Okay, near Monday. Thank you, Judge.
You can always zoom in as well.
Well, if he's got to be here, I'm gonna be here with him. That's my policy. Thank you, Judge.
It's gonna be set for bond forfeiture for that day, so if he doesn't appear.
He'll be here. No worries. Thank you, Judge.
What day was that, Judge?
Monday.
Good
Hi, counsel.
Do we want to wait for the attorney to get here or do you want to get?
No, I'm at 5,001.
5,000.
Yeah. Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. I'm well, thank you. I have Mr. Spence on your docket. He's present. The reason for the approach is I wanted to ask the court to consider modifying the MOEP or bond conditions for Mr. Spence. The complainant has communicated with the state that they're unopposed to the defendant and the complainant having contact, and that is the condition that we would like amended.
He's doing an online bib class. Does he have it done? Because once
Oh.
it gets done, the case gets dismissed and he's done.
You're absolutely right. This morning, he officially agreed to do the bid.
I have, since January, he's been working on it.
Well, we were,
Given him more time in February. Now we're March 26th.
there was some communication with the state regarding which bid class to complete. That has been resolved. He's agreed to do it. It's a 16-hour online class.
I'm giving him 2 weeks. You know, really, we're now at 170 days. He doesn't have it done. Offer's been there since January.
I think we're okay with the 2 weeks, Judge. I just don't know how the court feels about amending the bond at this time.
Mr. Spence, come up.
And further background, there are some business transactions, legitimate business transactions between the complainant and the defendant. And they're both respecting the bond conditions and the MOEP, not having contact, but it's interfering with those business transactions, Judge.
Judge, we defer to the court. I will confirm everything defense has said.
Oh, you haven't confirmed it yet.
Well, no, I have confirmed it. I have been in contact with the complainant. She is asking to amend the bond conditions, but we would defer to the court to that ultimate decision.
Okay. Any prior assault of history against the same complaining witness?
There is a prior assault with the same complainant. It
I'm
was
not going to do
dismissed.
it. No, he has a prior assault against this person that's just been dismissed. No. And I'm telling you now, your case is 170 days old. Since January, you've had an offer to have this case dismissed for you doing an online anger management course. You now have 2 weeks to get this thing done. If you don't have it done, I'm going to set your case for trial. Do you understand? Okay,
We'll get it done, Judge.
thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Likewise. I'll get you.
Hey,
So Emma Lynch did not get brought up again today. So I would like, both of her parents are actually here in the courtroom. I would like to be able to go back in chambers with the prosecutor and talk to you if possible.
well, I don't want them back in chambers, so I'll turn the live stream off.
Okay, please.
Okay,
We were here previously, you wanted proof of him getting into a trade program, him getting employed, which we provided to the state and the court coordinator.
you test today?
Yes, Judge, PhD.
Come up, Mr. Andrews. Is he here?
Yes, Your Honor. Right.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope that you're not using, because if you are, it's not going to go well. Not enough time has passed, but I'm giving you another couple weeks. If I find that you test, that means that you've continued. It's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourself now?
On the job,
Wonderful. Doing what?
prom flight. Prom flight
The company's called Prime
Hey,
Flight.
doing what?
at the airport.
Okay. Are you working full time? You're working at the airport? They're going to test you there.
You did.
Thank you.
Man, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Sir.
All right. So let's set it 3 weeks. I want him back to test one more time. If he's clear, then we're good to go. Then we'll go normal. If it's not, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck, Mr. Andrews. Shreya.
Morning, Judge.
Hi. Good morning. Hi, Mr. Kim.
Judge, we're here on Jodicia Gillis. Last time we talked 2 days ago, you asked me for proof of her travel back and forth. That's her I-94. So when it says ARR, it means arrived in and departed from. So you can see, yes, she departs, arrives, departs. She's back and forth for years. Just a snippet. She works on H-2B visas for about 6 months to 2 years, depending on her contract, through various companies. Stein Erickson Collection, it's hospitality, was in 2020. South Carolina Kiowa Resort was 2022 to 2023. And then the most recent one, April to October of 2024, was St. Joe's Company Hospitality, where she works at various resorts. After that, she was here on a vacation visa, so she was not here illegally. And then she has to go back to Jamaica, get her new contract, and come back. So
Have you seen this, Mr. Kim?
I haven't, but I verified through DHS. So it wasn't a misrepresentation, but she was previously on a work visa. However, it expired last year. So legally speaking, she's on a tourist visa. And Shreya's tried her hardest, but she's armed with allegedly $780,000. She's not an American national. She's out here on a tourist
So what we
visa.
would do is we would have her surrender a passport then.
yes, let's do it.
So I mean, that's what it says. Like if judge rules out, it's going to be the first thing, but just because with the amount of money, just allegedly the amount of money that she has stolen and the fact that she's here on a tourist visa, I'm still opposed at no bond, but if the court grants a bond, that would be my request for.
I mean, I'm okay. We have no other criminal history, right?
No, Judge, but
It doesn't appear that she's a danger, right? She's got a young kid. Did the nursing thing work out?
No, but almost, because of red tape. So I bought it with my own money, but because of red tape, they won't let me bring it. Don't worry, I just verified from Sylvia that at some point, we came upon the conclusion that if you deny the PR bond and if whatever, we're gonna bring her to court every day so she can pump. Then in the afternoons, she has to go to the hospital every day.
I don't know about, I'm not going to do a PR bond because I think that at the very minimum, you need to have some skin in the game so that you,
Okay, what kind of bond were you thinking?
I don't know what,
I said, I still stand by, I have to defer the court because I'm still standing on the no bond because of the circumstances. And so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but just in terms of the allegations and over the long period of time. And again, for the same reasons is that
I mean, she's alleged to have, close to $750,000.
So how much?
That's,
She's not convicted. This is the question I asked today. She's not convicted. She's charged. And we're not talking about the underlying facts. It was a 2B. There could be various defenses. All we're talking about is how to get her to Pennsylvania. But if we are considering the underlying facts, I would like to know how much Harris County, the sheriff's office, and this court values a mother's right to breastfeed. 770,000? If we're talking numbers, because she has been denied access. The Harris County Jail has admitted and is scrambling, and I'm talking CEO of Harris Health right now. Like, they are scrambling. They have been asking me multiple times, why is she not getting a PR bond? Why is she not getting a PR bond? So I'm asking you that on behalf of the people that I've spoken with, why she is not getting a PR bond, knowing that they cannot provide those facilities. And we're at the point where I have to bring her daily. I'm appointed and I paid for it with my own money. I'll donate a $300 pump, but they won't take it. So because of the red tape, she is.
Bring her here so she can she use a pump here?
So I
You guys
bought,
okay with that?
that's the thing. They said, we don't know if they'll allow that because technically she can't go back to the holdover with the pump I bring. So that's asking me to every day bring a pump so she can pump. I'll go home, I'll disinfect it and I'll bring it back. But this is insanity, Judge. She's a nonviolent offender. We don't even know if Pennsylvania wants to pick her up. We're fighting, I mean, the state is fighting a battle and saying this woman cannot breastfeed. They barely are getting a pump. And I find this absolutely crazy. She's been in custody for 6 days. She has to go to the shower and hand express. They refuse to give her,
Look, she's charged with a criminal offense of.
I'm saying she's going back. She's going back.
$750,000. It just so happens that it happens at the time when she gives birth. I mean, it never, when someone gets arrested, it's never at the best time. Oh, you know what? Thank God I got arrested now. I mean, shit happens, right?
Sure.
It just does. But there's consequences to behavior.
And let's take her passport and make her go back. I have contact with her father who's going to come get her. I've contact with her mother. She's not leaving the country. There's no flight risk.
So for what it's worth, in terms of if she waived, I asked Amy to call to see if they flipped to a waiver, because technically and legally, right now, they're only pursuing a governor's warrant because she's a refusal. So I asked Amy to call to figure out when the fastest they could come if she waived today. And she got a hold of Corporal. They're supposed to call her back today because the person in charge of it.
Know that Pennsylvania still.
That's the other question I asked, because technically the decision would lie with the prosecutor. So she's right now calling the DA's office in Pennsylvania, because the sheriff's office only obviously facilitates whatever that decision is. As far as what the extradition confirmation was, they are willing to extra.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I can't show preference to anybody. I get it that she's nursing and stuff, but how am I supposed to show preference to anybody? I have to be fair to everybody. I can't show preference.
It's a nonviolent first-time offender.
Well, and so that's why
Flight risk.
I'm not asking you for $25,000, because otherwise in this type of situation, I would say no bond or somewhere in the neighborhood of like 25 grand. So I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Like $1,000?
I don't.
Fine,
1,000?
sure.
Okay.
There's consequence. Can you bring her out, please? Guys, do you mind bringing her out? Gillis?
And sorry, and this obviously is relevant, were you able to confirm who actually has her passport to surrender? Because if that's going to be a condition of,
The DHS wherever she got arrested.
okay,
Oh, I'll ask her right now. She knows.
okay. Because I'll have to
So
call, because I'll
what's the
surrender.
actual charges? Like misappropriating?
So the way it was written was theft by deception, false impression. But then I'll have to because the alternative is if it's going to be kept in DHS, then it would be an order from the court that would be submitted to DHS so that they don't inadvertently release it to another authorized party. Because otherwise it would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office, which obviously to facilitate that, that's going to take a couple of days. So you have to bring it here and release. I don't know what kind of form they have to fill out.
So I'm going to give this back to you. Do you want to see this? So it looks like she
Well,
does.
except for on the
She
travel.
does travel quite a
Did I forward it to you? There's so many emails.
I don't take
Um,
issues on
Here,
the
you want
travel
it?
part.
Let's, come on, Amy, say they don't want her.
I don't think they didn't answer. I think they're on lunch break because they closed during the work time system.
Seriously?
Yeah, I did leave a voice message with the person that called.
I will call after the approach.
Well, regardless though.
Well, no, I'm saying if they don't want to extradite her, then the bond becomes irrelevant.
Then we don't have to fight.
I'll call, I'll figure it out. I'll get somebody.
I mean, I can't imagine that that's why, really.
It's Pennsylvania.
I don't
I don't know.
Who has your passport right now?
It's in Orden,
What do you mean holding? Like which?
here downstairs.
Oh, they have it here.
So then they would have to be surrendered to the clerk's office.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at the,
Yes, evidence.
got it, okay. So
Okay,
that's even
And I
better.
think Paria has a copy of the form if you don't already have one to
Okay.
have.
I'll
please.
I'll email it.
so your lawyer is asking for me to set you a bond so that you can go turn yourself in to Pennsylvania. I will acquiesce and I will set your bond at $1,000. However, before I do that, I'm ordering you to surrender your passport because I'm not going to trust you that you're not going to go. You do a lot of international flight and I don't want you to take off on me
No,
because I need you to answer the charges that you're wanted for out of Pennsylvania because it's, I mean, that's what we do. So the other thing I need you to understand is that from the time that you bond out, we give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to turn yourself in that jurisdiction. If you fail to do that, the bond that I set here now, I'm going to revoke it, set it at 0. I will not give you another one. I will issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. You can't run forever. I will get you, and this time I will physically hold you. And it doesn't matter if you're nursing this or if you're doing that. I don't care. You need to understand that. I
Understand.
cannot show you favorable treatment. I understand that you're nursing, but I have to treat everybody the same way. It doesn't matter if Jesus was here. I have to treat everybody the same way, and I do. I try to be as fair as possible, help you out as much as I can within the limits of the law. So understand, I'm happy to set you up. Well, otherwise, because if I thought you were a danger or flight risk, I wouldn't set you a bond. So I am going to set you one, and it's a low bond at that, at $1,000. Normally it's, 5 to 10, but understand, I'm going to hold you to it. So if you just take off and you don't go turn yourself in, you understand?
I was planning to drive over and not fly over, where it'll be a little bit more easier for me to
That's
get there.
probably a good, well,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, you'll get arrested at the
Shreya
airport. We
tell
already
you
talked about
exactly how
your
to do it.
driving.
You don't want to take another risk where they,
Yes, sir.
because understand, we're letting you out. That warrant is still a valid warrant. So you get stopped somewhere else, they'll take you into custody. So you have to be careful. The only other thing I'm going to say, don't wait till the last day
No, sir.
because, all right,
Understand.
quick, anything else? Question?
No, I'll meet you back.
Well, do you think you'd be able to get it today for the passport surrender for,
Me?
well,
Oh, I'll do it right now.
okay,
Yeah, I'll make sure I don't leave the court without it.
okay.
I
Then I'll
have
stand
two
down until that.
passports, so I'd have to
What?
double check. I
What do you mean you have 2 passports? Where are they?
Because one is they're downstairs, so.
Okay, well, both of them will go.
Yeah, now it's both.
Because I think one is the H2B.
Well, guys, I'll let you
Okay.
talk about it.
Well,
and-
all your
Sorry.
passports, got it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, hi, counsel.
How you doing this morning? I'm approaching on John Mary. Mr. Mary is on the docket today. Mr. Mary is currently not present. He did call, said he has some vehicle trouble. And we need to get him a reset.
No. Was this an arraignment setting?
No.
Why do we require his presence today?
Well, on the last setting, the court revoked his bond and bond at 5,000, and then the court offered him a PR bond and to participate into the court's programs for employment and get the assistance that he needed. He has been out. He has not picked up any new charges. He contacted this morning. He left a message on my office phone.
This is the second time that he's told us that he has no ride here. Did the same thing in December.
He said that the vehicle overheated.
You have an offer in this case.
Yes, Judge, there's a time served offer on both cases.
Okay, so let's do this. I'll give you a normal reset.
Okay.
I'm setting it for bond forfeiture. He must be here at the next setting. If he's not here, I don't care. It's gonna get revoked.
I pretty much already told him that over the phone.
Okay, so SFBF next setting, okay? All right, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care. JP, what's new, man?
Judge, I'm approaching on a status for Mr. Disaki. He's on the calendar today, on the docket today. Last time we convened, you said you'd give me a week to get his mitigation in. We got it in. We've got his application, and I'm working it up now, Judge, for the DWI PTI.
Everything's submitted, right?
No, we just received his application, and I'm working it up right now.
Said it was gonna be submitted within,
Judge, I just begged the court for more time. It's on us. It's not the client. It's just. Thank you, Judge.
It's not submitted, it's clear trial.
I understand, Judge.
All right. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hey,
Second or the third?
I'm reporting on Sierra Mitchell.
Mitchell. Oh, is it a new case?
So, no, what happened was I was her felony appointed lawyer upstairs.
Oh, did it get?
It got dismissed, but they refiled it as a misdemeanor. And so I've already talked to the MAC, and I was gonna request from the court that I'll be appointed as her MAC lawyer.
Are you on the list to be appointed?
I am. I'm a MAC lawyer.
Already spoken with Morgan and she said she was fine as long as she got the green light from you.
I'm okay. Sure.
Okay, I'll make the request.
Yeah.
I'll just need your bar number when we're done.
Thank you for getting on our case.
No, no problem.
But we need to do bond conditions and
Yes,
stuff.
here's
It's an
PSR.
arraignment setting.
Right, here's the PSR and we
Okay.
can follow up.
Ms. Mitchell, come up. Vic, I've granted these three. Good morning, Ms. Mitchell. Ma'am, you are charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. He has been gracious enough to now sign on to your case. He's doing it. So please.
On April 10th, 2024, the complainant stated that he got into an argument with his roommate, the defendant's boyfriend. The complainant stated the defendant scratched him while his arms were being held down by the defendant's boyfriend. After, the defendant used her forearm to put the complainant in a chokehold with her knee on the complainant's back. The complainant stated the chokehold lasted around 6 seconds and his breathing was short and it was painful to swallow. The defendant also stated to the complainant, "I'll kill you, ho." The officers observed visible injuries to the complainant's face, chest, arms, back, and chin. The complainant stated that the estimated level of pressure on the neck was a 10 out of 10.
Okay. Ms. Mitchell, do you know of any dope or alcohol, anything of this nature?
Nothing alleged. No.
Ms. Mitchell, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. I'm also now granting what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Mr. Sims as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works. If you violate this court order, they will file additional cases against you. A violation of protective order is one of the worst cases you can pick up. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. But Ms. Mitchell, it is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. If he tells me he cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games, you've gone AWOL, you pick up a new case, you become a danger to my community, it's not going to go well for you. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she has a prior, okay, the impeding breath is this case now.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other prior?
No prior, no criminal history, Judge.
All right, I'm gonna set your bond at $100 and I'm going to grant you a PR bond today. But like I said, this is the only one. If I find that you become a danger, it's just not gonna go well. Do you understand that? Okay, I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat while we generate your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign them. And after that, you'll be free to go. Thanks.
Judge.
Can you file no contact, no weapons, please?
Yes.
240.
Judge, I do believe there is sorry, what's your name? I believe there's a bill in that you're not allowed to use personal bonds for violent crimes. Yep, 28, 29. So I would,
Let's see. I don't know. Is it, are you saying it's something that's new?
Yes, section 17.03
Hold on.
of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure.
And that was $100.
Yeah, set it $100.
She could come up with me.
Okay.
Name.
Counsel. Judge Newsom.
She's saying that she can't get a PR bond.
And that's because,
Because under section 17.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, B2, a defendant may not be released on personal bond if the defendant is charged with an offense involving violence.
Go ahead and sign your certificate. All right, who needs to sign it?
well, I mean, just overrides that.
Right.
I'm sorry, can I say this?
Yeah.
Here's the list of offenses that it can be right here. All these. And then it does cover assault, but it only covers felony assault.
So this is not a
Okay.
felony.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, sorry, Judge.
false alarm. It's for felony cases. Like, we've been doing this for years. So can she come out of that? Sean, what was that?
It's that 1701. Sorry, B3. So offenses that involves violence include the following. And then subsection I talks about assault, but it says it is punishable as a second degree or punishable as a felony and involving act of violence. And then there's no misdemeanor.
Hey, Mike, ready?
Real quick, you guys have had so many complicated things. I've just got one guy on your docket.
Nothing.
Right. Jaime Hernandez, it's an older case. The state had got the restitution amount and we're looking at an alternative time served and we'll be out of your way. Just need to set it for a plea.
Say it again?
Just need to set the case for a plea. They're looking at just a time served.
A restitution?
He's not going to, he can't. They initially started at 1,500 and then the complaining witness came back and said 3,500.
I'm not, so he did damage of $3,500?
No, that's not, what I mean.
Say it again?
I don't know. I mean, it was initially, they said 15. And all of a sudden now when they say, hey, how much restitution you need? It's now 33,000. How did that happen?
I have 3,500.
Yeah.
Yes, Judge. Sorry, what's the client's name?
How many?
I'm gonna have a hard time taking a time served if someone created $3,500 or $1,500 and then they're not having to pay it?
Right.
How's that fair?
Right. And the question is whether or not he can pay it. I don't know.
We can give him time, we can put him on a payment plan if need be, but it's not fair to like let someone get.
The other thing, I want to be able to confirm it goes from 15 to 30.
I'm 100% with you. I
Fair
mean,
enough.
because a lot of times people just started,
Putting everything in the car.
We have the estimates.
I know that.
In the bills, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll
have
go.
a cost bill or some kind of
Yes.
estimate.
Yes.
What is it?
It's the amount of restitution that was offered, so it's the.
But I don't know if he got his whole car repaired.
So it's the $3,348.
But look at what, I guess, let's look at the accident
I'll do
report.
it. I'll do it. I'll do that. If I just have 2 weeks.
You got it, 2 weeks, but I'm gonna tell you now, no, like, he owes money, he's
You
gotta,
gotta pay. Thank you.
How much time was that, Judge?
2 weeks. Plea must appear.
Judge, for Ms. Mitchell, I was generating her PR bond, but I see a motion to dismiss from Sebastian in the queue. So I'm unsure if you would like me to go further with that.
Hey, Blaze,
Yes,
you
sir.
see, Sebastian filed a motion to dismiss in
On Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, I'm back in line for that.
Tell me.
I was just told that the state, deputy prosecutor filed a motion to dismiss on it.
What's the word, Bird?
I just need to know if I need to go further and generate a bond.
Do you have Sebastian's phone number, which is confirmed that,
I don't have his phone number, but I can definitely email him.
do you mind real quick so that we can just know? And then if so, then
Yeah, no.
done.
I'll,
Just confirm, because sometimes it's a mistake.
I've done that before, Judge. McKinsey's gonna go ahead and call him.
Just give me 2 minutes, please.
If he doesn't answer.
No, just leave it. We're good. ¿Qué onda?
Nada más. Ms. Rodriguez. Sold to approach on a reset. I just signed on this morning because of the age of the case. So we're here. I see that all the evidence is up, so I need to watch those videos. You give me just a 30-day reset and I'll have it done by then. You want to set for a pre-trial conference? I wouldn't have posted that either. But
She's in jail, right?
yeah, I told too. So she's not going anywhere.
Is this your first day on?
First thing.
Yeah, you got it, for sure. Hi, Sean. What's new, man? Happy hump day.
Yeah, that's right. Get past it. I've got Mr. Evans on the docket.
Okay.
It's set for a 4/22 trial. This is the one that we are gonna be working out. Felony has given us 99% of the approval.
I need to get stuff done, because I've got people breathing down my neck because my numbers are too high.
Yeah. So Your Honor, it sounds like
Is why.
well, and I know, Your Honor, I do apologize. I think I can tell you we're closer, much closer than we were a month ago. We were at the finish line.
Yeah.
Let's still wait.
Felony chief was basically saying that she would be good if we took a deferred down here and they dismissed the felony, right? And she wanted to get approval from Ms. Geist to make sure that they're okay offering something like that. I go in and I was like, let me call Ashley, let me get it to her attention, because I got her direct line, I can call her up a little quicker. I go back into the court and felony chief had left to go pick a jury in ERD court with Judge
You already
Brown.
got the approval?
It's not written 100% in stone.
I don't think anything is better than felony. I haven't talked to Ashley, Your Honor. She would be good at coming to you. She just wanted me to go check with them.
Oh, you want to do it today?
No. We do have a trial finish line, but I think this is something we'll be able to get done without going to trial.
Right.
We're at the finish line. I just need to get it done. Their final stamp.
You want to wait, maybe Monday?
So I think our plan, or what we had at least discussed, right, was next week, I'm out most of the week, he's out most of the week. So we were going to try to come in that following week and have it just knocked out then. In the meantime, I can iron out everything with Ally upstairs and with Ashley mid-level. And then once we have the approval on everything, I think we're good to go.
Okay, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
165 days. So give me a date. Is that the date?
The following Monday or Tuesday, we're.
So that would be the 7th.
So
April 7th?
let me double check
And
that.
that kind of explains Washington.
Yes, that should work for me.
Oh, say last name, yeah.
All right. Dude's got to be here then.
Okay.
This is the one, he's a lawyer, right? Yeah. Okay,
Hey, what's the setting? What are we doing?
it's plea or trial.
Okay, so just.
Or no, we're sitting a plea, right?
Just say for plea,
Yeah,
essentially.
plea. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Thank you, Judge.
Good to see you, Sean.
May I be excused?
Hey.
May I approach you?
Hi.
I have Ralphie Jimenez. It's an FSGI.
Okay.
The case was,
It's old.
yeah, it's old. I wasn't appointed till February 20th, so I don't know if it was a warrant or what. Like he had, because it's an FSGI, I don't know if there was a, but, or if he missed. if he
Yeah,
non-forfeited.
he's bond forfeited in 24, then again in 25.
So when I supposed to.
Is Mr. Jimenez here now?
Yeah, he's here. And he has a phone number now.
That's what I'm.
What do you want to do?
Well, they haven't made an offer. They have not spoken. There's no accident report because it's an FSGI. There's no accident report.
Okay, I'm gonna set a discovery hearing then.
Okay.
Set a 10-day discovery hearing. If they don't have it, then It's 216 days old and I'm
Okay.
10. How many resets have you had?
I think I've only had, this is my, yeah, one.
Got a point on the 20th, but this case has been open forever.
So they spoke to one of the complaining witnesses. There's two listed on the RIP. But he says that there's damages, but he hasn't provided an estimate, so they were waiting on that. There is no accident report either, so they were waiting on that as well.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, Abby, can you help me out?
This is Mr. Jimenez, where you're waiting on the accident report and the estimate?
Yeah, the case is old. It's 216 days old. And so what are you missing? What do you have? And it's time to like put up, please.
You looked for the accident report, but you didn't see it.
Yeah, so I looked for the accident report. We don't have it. We've spoken to the complainant once. They did give us a rough estimate about how much the restitution was, but we just want to follow up and get a receipt, something.
I understand. And I want you to as well, right? Because it's only fair, right? So they don't just say whatever, but 2 weeks.
All right.
Everything, 2 weeks.
Okay. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Vic, come on.
I spoke to Chief. I've got to file a motion to restore property. It's in your queue. State has no objection.
Sign.
Okay, thank you. Sure.
Is it going to you or is it going?
It's going to the client. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes. I'm going to present. Yeah, I already served this copy. Take it. As long as appreciate it.
Am I good to sign that Nolly, guys? Did you speak to,
He's getting back to me. I'm texting with him. He's in the ERD right now. Yes, he confirmed that he filed the dismissal.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
Have anybody else?
This should be released, Judge?
Council for reset or no?
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it because they're dismissing it. You don't have to do anything.
I know, I started filing it and I saw that, I was like.
Yeah, the good notice.
Yeah.
Hey, council, do you want to wait and get a copy of the dismissal just in case since it's the back of the That just might be. Since it was asking to request, so that if she.
Make the request to attach.
Hey, talk to me.
Get a copy of the novel.
Oh, got it. I've signed it.
Oh.
We can still move forward.
Yes. I know. Well, I'm assigned for the 11th. Cases.
I know you were 10 for all the longest.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking.
Hey, come on up, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, I'm Coach CJ Spears.
Yes.
So a couple things in this case. One, we wanted to ask the court for bond reduction. It was set today at $5,001. And to,
Refresh my memory. Is this the one where he let the gun out and a child was killed?
Yes, Your Honor, and the state would be opposed to this.
okay.
You know, now you're just,
So, I mean, the MAJ basis is driving under invalid license. And then there's a technical about a education skill level for evaluation. So, I mean, nonviolent charges. He came to court today on his own. He's not trying to run from anything.
it's an arraignment setting, right?
But nonetheless, he still came to court on his own. He's not trying to run from anything. He knew that he was on deferred. He knew that he picked up a new case, but yet he still showed up to court, not trying to flee. And this is a driving with invalid license, not the most serious charge, but yet it's still a new charge. I understand that. $5,001 bond. He's currently working at Amazon. He supports his girlfriend and his 2 remaining kids after the unfortunate accident. He's the breadwinner for the house. He's been at Amazon for 8 months, asking the court to at least reduce the bond so he can remain working, taking care of his family, taking care of his responsibilities. He owes a couple $100 to DPS, which would allow him to get a license. So
Run his license, will you? Do you mind?
Yes, Your Honor, I have it up now. It's,
Did you pull the driving record?
$205.
So
The record also. Let's see, any tickets,
So it looks like it's a lot of the no insurance or cancel insurance.
anything recent?
That no insurance was from June of 2024, was the last one. There was another driving without a license back in 2024, department suspension. And then a lot of from anywhere between 2024 all the way to 2017, there was just a surcharge. There was also the conviction for expired driver's license.
What are all these? What's the date?
2022 was the offense date for the expired driver's license. 2022, no motor vehicle insurance, failed to drive in a single lane, Class Cs. No motor vehicle insurance, 2020. The violate promise to appear 2018, drive without lights when required 2017, no vehicle insurance 2017, no driver's license 2017, violate promise to appear 2016, change lanes when unsafe 2016, no motor vehicle liability insurance 2016, unrestricted solid safety seat violation 2016.
And Judge, if the least restrictive conditions in this case, based on the new law violation, would be restricting driving, no driving condition. That would be the least restrictive outside of financial means.
I do. Here's what I'd like to do.
Please bring to you after your. Alright, so I thought.
What?
Is recommended effective decision.
No, what I want to do is I want to drug test him. I want to see if he's using. That's what I'd like to do. So what I'll do now is I'm going to grant him a PR bond right now, and I'm going to send him for a drug and alcohol test. Because I want to know if he's using any kind of dope.
So,
And then what we'll do is, he never did the educational skill level, huh?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to tell him he's got 2 weeks to get that done. And if he doesn't, do you mind bringing him out?
Judge, on the adjudicating case,
Would it be easier to send him to test now on your case or on her case?
well,
Because all you have to do is just create the order, right? Would it be
do you
easier?
have the warrant? Because if he has the warrant,
I'm gonna
absolutely the
reinstate.
things,
I
they'll
was in
take
the
him
PR.
in.
Did you graduate from high school?
Sir,
Did you graduate from high school?
I dropped out in like 12th grade.
To get that done. It's unacceptable that you don't even have a high school diploma. And I'm telling you now that if you mess with us one more time, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand me? I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. First, I want you back tomorrow so we can work on having you complete probation successfully. Number one, completing the educational skill level. And number two, working on getting your GED. Because that's the most important thing in your life at this moment. Do you understand? Okay, I'm going to grant you a limited PR bond right now. Anything else, if I find that you drive, I'm going to lose my shicer. Do you understand? You are not allowed to drive. I don't care what it is, where you're going, who for. You're not allowed to drive for Amazon. You're not allowed to drive for anyone. Do you understand? And if I find that you do, you're looking at a year in jail. Do you understand? Okay. I will grant the PR bond now. I'm sending you to test, and then I want him back here tomorrow so we can craft a plan going forward.
Understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay. So.
Thanks, Fleischer.
It's no longer under your supervision. It's no longer under your supervision at all. Still on that. Yes.
Hi, Jillian.
Not much. I have Mr. Jones back on docket. He did his T-Raz.
Jones, which Jones?
Joshua Jones.
Oh, okay.
The T-Raz came back. I think they recommended outpatient treatment. I believe so.
Yes. Okay.
They recommended outpatient with 2 open DWI.
They recommended
Okay, so I'm gonna do it because I told you I would do whatever they do. But if he mucks it up, he's going into an inpatient. That'll be used as a sanction.
Okay. Will you take a year probation?
What do you think, state?
I'm sorry, I don't have.
This is Jones, Joshua Jones. He has 2 open DWIs. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't find that. There, the repeat.
I think 2 years is appropriate so that we know.
Judge, you know what spot that puts me in. We can go to trial and get the same thing.
Okay. On 2?
Yeah.
15 months.
Okay, that's not.
I'll talk to him.
It'll still be under.
All
But
right, sounds good.
I don't know. He's gonna get tested a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
I will.
he's using.
No, he'll be back.
I guess.
I'll let him know.
That's gonna be weird.
Yeah, because they need to be in first position, because you don't know if it's. If I respond to first and I move on to stuff, then I'm gonna have to do personal bond.
This is, where's his record? Is he going?
He's on such a job, but you see what I mean, but so I'm not sure. Because I can't just make a bond if there's no bond.
Oh, Jillian, he's a pond violation. Come up, Mr. Jones. Come up.
Not aware.
Judge, I feel the assessment to have him go into Essex and move on.
What is the violation?
Alcohol and weed. I have done everything in my power to try to keep you out of custody. You have 2 open DWIs. I was now going to grant the fact that you had negotiated an intensive outpatient treatment. You now are testing positive for alcohol and marijuana while you're on bond for this case. And I have told you repeatedly that you are at no tolerance, Mr. Jones.
I don't do drugs. Period and point blank.
I have here.
Don't say anything. Can I get a copy of the bond violations before we discuss
Is it
it?
impending?
It's, yeah, it's in ready for judge.
I don't know why it's not cool.
March 13th, the results were confirmed by the lab for alcohol and THC. Oh, wait. Joshua Dante Jones, right? Joshua Dante Jones?
It just.
This has got, I don't know, something's wrong here.
I'm not understanding. I'm not saying.
Something's wrong. Oh. We need to put pretrial services on probation, man.
I'm not sure.
I mean, it says here, Mr. Jones,
I don't see it in ready for judge.
no, it's wrong. It's wrong. Let me see it. It's wrong. Let me see. Yeah, it's wrong. It's a Joshua Dante.
Okay.
It's the exact same. You're good.
So we're good.
Hey,
It wasn't you. We're good.
that's not you.
Let's go talk again.
Sorry to scare you.
Let's go talk.
He's good.
Judge, you stated this was in ready for judge?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Was it an error on our end?
I'll be right back.
Do you know these documents? It's not in ready for judge.
And you warrant, so you can give them. If we're gonna get flawed, I'm doing it, I'm gonna go back to my research. I'm gonna go back to the. I'm gonna do the.
Because then I'm gonna have to.
Is he gone?
Then we're supposed to go to do a whole non-arrest process. So he's gonna have to go to JPC.
Put a rush on it.
Yeah, okay.
For the staff match up how they're supposed
Yeah,
to.
because I won't be able to file that until.
Well,
everything's
done.
changes in the system.
So once they're done, they.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you a heads up, but I had to figure that out first. Well,
Okay.
Next, just issue it on, I'll climb it on. It's like, and
And then the wolf, do you have those? I'm just.
no, I'm sorry, you printed it and I just gave it to her, I don't even know where it is. But so, you're gonna be able to take this down.
I'm just trying to be silent with me. So that I can understand. You do whatever possible. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go back and do it, I guess.
It's 2:02, so it's, $30, whatever. Yeah.
She was a wealthy person. She married people one by one.
I know, but not in response to race.
Victoria, what should I do as his next court date?
Yeah, it's more tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's not like how you do that. So I think that Knox will be good stuff.
Spears?
That's. You go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I would do that.
Just kidding.
Case by case basis.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut down, sorry.
Yeah.
So. Same thing. I probably just do. I never does. Awesome. And it's, I just. Yeah, it's probably.
Of course.
Victoria, so this terminates him in probation. The
Alright,
bond
so-
should terminate
Like I saw the very offer.
because having a new bond.
Hey, you want to go through the list?
Felicia, still, he's currently on probation.
Yes.
It's getting revoked.
Mhm.
He's gonna issue the warrants, and they're gonna put him back on bond.
Yes.
That's not,
Yes, so I'm saying, so he's no longer on probation.
for the time being.
Yes.
No. He still has to comply, like, no new law violations.
Right, that's the bond.
But that he'll have to be supervised by pretrial and no longer probation. Because posting the new bond with the warrant would terminate his probation.
Okay.
Puts him on for tomorrow, and
Sure.
tomorrow can.
Yeah, done.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
First one is page 10, Holman, Bruce, set for arraignment calls to appear first time.
2501.
I'm gonna keep proof of shame, but could you let me know if it's
Page 11,
so that I can.
where's
start
that?
focusing on-
Civil arraignment failed to appear first time.
2501.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Come on up.
Good morning. Well, almost afternoon. How you doing today?
Man, so great to see you.
Look, Judge, it's good to see you. You know, I don't normally come down here.
We welcome you. Really. It's just been too long.
It has. I saw you the other day. I tried to get your attention. You were coming. Who were you walking with? Looked like y'all were coming from lunch. May have been coming from Tree Beers. I'm not sure. But
You have something with us?
I do. I have a fugitive matter.
Okay.
So Ronnie Lewis is on docket today, Judge. Even though he's from here, apparently got stopped by a state trooper for a matter out of Louisiana. He missed his arraignment date. My understanding was they were recalling that warrant there, but Madam Prosecutor checked, the warrant is still active. So I'm asking that he get a bond so he can make that arraignment court date. I just was advised that the state is asking for no bond.
And here's the thing. I've given him a bond before. It's not my first rodeo with him.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And
we got those cases taken care of though.
I know, dude's dangerous, man. I mean,
Judge, these are not
robbery.
Well, the robbery is actually, I'm on the robbery. The robbery is going to be hopefully dismissed because he didn't do that.
Guys, do you mind bringing out Mr. Lewis? So just hold on. Let's bring him out so he can, because it's only fair that he gets to hear this.
I gotta hurry somebody.
You know I love you.
Yeah, no, I understand, Judge. You gotta do your job.
This is a third. How many fugitive cases has dude had?
I've seen 2 prior ones here, Judge.
I remember one out of California. We got that taken care of. I think that matter was disposed of. Might have been dismissed. I wasn't on it, but now we obviously have this one out of Opelousas for, I think it's possession of marijuana and
Resisting officer possession from at the scene and then money derived from drug sales.
the old money laundering case.
You also had a prior fugitive for a robbery case on.
It should show one.
Oh, that was the other one. Yes.
How you doing? Lewis, you know, I'm bringing you out here now because we're talking about you, and it's only fair that you get to hear what we're talking about.
Sir.
I will tell you that nothing in life makes me more unhappy than having to keep someone in custody. I don't like to put people in jail. I don't get off on it. There are a lot of judges that do, you know? I don't like it. And if I can keep someone out, then I try, you know, because jail sucks. But some people get it and just some people don't get it, you know? And while I really don't know you, the way I get to know you is how you are on paper. Because that really tells me who you are. Are you a nice guy? Are you a danger to the community? Do you hopscotch criminality with the states like you're playing hopscotch? Not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth.
And look, I don't want you to say anything because I know that you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, right? It's little rainbows and gumdrops and this, but this is the third fugitive case we had. I will tell you that I absolutely love your lawyer. I mean, but with a third fugitive case,
Take care.
not only that, you have an open robbery. You done now just picked up a burglar of a motor vehicle here, they filed it today.
Yes, sir. As a result of being in custody, it was a case from January, but just filed today. We did get a bond on that, but.
You scare me. You really, really do. You know, you look young too. That's probably the worst part about this. I mean, what are you, like 26, 27 years old? You know, 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And that's just here. I really hope that it doesn't take a 50-year or a bullet to help you realize that you can't keep it up. Something's gonna happen, man. You know, I can't. It's a third. You want to say something? I'm happy to hear you out.
I would, Judge. I do understand the court's concern, and obviously it's something that, as the fugitive judge, to take into consideration. And you're right, this is our third time being before you. Unfortunately, I do know the matters in California have been resolved, and bond is supposed to ensure a person's appearance in court. Mr. Lewis has not had a problem with going to those states, appearing in court, coming back here as ordered by this court to show that he is handling his business. With this matter in Opelousas, this is a case that they just indicted. They sent a summons out. Apparently, he did not receive a summons. We had it on good authority yesterday that they were going to recall that and just reissue a new court date since it wasn't.
If they do
arraignment.
that, then that lifts the whole.
Then, right, that solves
So,
everything.
I don't know if you can get over there and get them to say, hey, lift it, reissue it, because if that happens, the whole releases, you make bond on the BMV and then
Correct.
he needs to
Correct.
do what he needs to do.
For the sake of, Judge, I would ask if the court would entertain a $30,000 bond, but if not, I do understand what my other alternative is, which might actually save him some money and do that, but I do want to be heard on that bond, and I would ask that bond be set at 30,000.
I can't. You scare me. And I tell you now, with me, I don't do it twice. It just, and now it's a third, just not, I can't. You scare me, Mr. Lewis, really. All I want in life, all I want are my streets to be safe. Every single day, someone's dying around here. But one, I can't.
Thank you, Judge.
So, yeah, I mean, has he waived? Has he refused?
Yes, he waived on the 25th.
Okay, so he's got 1 day credit. I will tell you this, the good news for you is that we have so many buses coming in and out of Louisiana that if you make bond on the BMV case, you'll probably be back in Louisiana within the next 3 days. So the only thing that needs to happen, the problem is now we're told because he's not made bond on his misdemeanor case because it just got filed.
It just got filed, Judge, and we're
Make
working on that
bond,
now.
That lifts the toll. And then I'm telling you, we have buses in Louisiana coming to pick up people 2 times a week. So he'll be out, look at his plate, unless you can get that whole lift.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I will also note that he has an investigative hold prisoner hold. Jay did talk to me earlier that I should be gone before April, the next April setting of the other cases, but that is also holding him on extradition until the city.
An investigative hold for what?
It's
The
investigative
BMV?
hold prisoner. I don't know what it is off the top of my
So
head.
HPD has a hold on him for some reason. I have no idea. I've seen this maybe one time. It says literally investigative hold prisoner by HPD.
Okay.
I have
They
no
only got
idea.
a certain amount of time. They got to either make, S to get off the pot. So we'll deal
I don't
with
know.
it.
I mean, your best bet, talk to Day because he'll tell you more what that means because I just don't know.
Okay.
He's already waived, so that part's done. Try to get the bond upstairs and then that way we can get.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. I'm gonna go in the back.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay. All right, Vic, you ready?
Judge, I just,
No, sure.
The Edgerton bond, was it 1,000, 1,001?
Yes, Ms. Gillis.
Well, has she surrendered the passport? I
Yes,
don't,
the
not,
order's right there.
I know, but no. They have to physically surrender it here before we set the bond.
Oh.
I don't, right, no. I'm not gonna set it until they actually physically come in, surrender the passport. So they can do it here.
The jail's gone. That's looking.
I don't know. She said she had two.
Yeah, that's looking.
I don't know.
I don't think we receive them anymore. I think they're supposed to pick them, the attorney is supposed to get hold of them and they'll surrender them to, I wanna say.
Oh,
But I can't
God.
get a property from booking,
I don't know. I'd have to reach out today, see how that happens.
because I have an order saying it's surrendered.
No, but right. Yes, great. You got an order, but where are the passports? She could literally, if she gets released, they're gonna release it to her in property when they
Yeah,
release
I
her.
don't have to do that. Surrenders?
Because normally I've had this
They bring
before,
it to me and then-
they'll bring it here, surrender it here, and we hold it.
Yeah, they could be
Yeah,
sure.
it's in hold, it's in property.
Yeah.
Well, Thank you. Hold on, let me think.
Dick, who's next? Hey, are we doing a plea?
I don't see it.
Hey, are we doing a plea still?
Do you have a property with these bonds?
Judge, the only one is Jones.
Yeah. So if mine goes down. Try to do that. How to physically passport from short of the releasing it to.
I don't know. Yes, McGill, is Gillis okay to send back or do you want to hold until?
Yes, we can send her back. I'll figure out the property. I'll. We can send her back.
You may need an order, right? Like,
I'll have to go to her. So I'll go to the jail, meet her out, get her.
you don't want to do it right now?
I have to go right down to the jail. Because the jail, they would have it at Baker, so I can go there. I can't do it.
There's like a white card, I think, that you can probably, you know what I'm talking
There
about?
is, and she has to fill it out, then she has to do it, and then I have to do it, so we can be together with the form
Got
there.
it, okay.
So you gotta go to. They go to.
So is it possible, Judge, if I bring the passports, like what time, or do you want the passports?
So Ray can just confirm with me and then I can set it. Because he's got my cell phone, right? Just rope in Day so he knows as well, so that
And do you want me to bring it?
get to them. So Durden is the guy that hey, Vic, Durden is the guy from Michael Turner that we put on for Monday. Is that right?
So, yep, Monday, SFBF.
Brandy Whitaker?
Okay.
On feet. Going down.
Just read out time for case studies.
45. Okay, let me take one. So, I don't know, maybe they're probably bad.
The same topic.
I did. Okay, thank you. But, okay.
Didn't you have time for this?
Yes, yes. Let me just do this real quick and then.
Occupational. I don't know if it's a 001 R.
No. It's just.
They sent him for a drug test on the 18th and then he tested positive.
It's on the license, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think she knows.
That's doing a check on Fox.
Mr. Jones, did your attorney say when she was coming back?
That's if so she said no to the.
Okay, thank
Hey, Trey, are they rushing the warrant?
I already emailed him.
Okay, because I can't, I just not do anything until. Really not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in the last one, now I was sorry, that one, the branch, was it Eli? Two down round. 8-0. It was the let me see. Because the C7 was on, it was just. It follows.
Did you follow the documents?
Yes, sure, we follow. On Jones?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, figure out the document, go there on. And this. Those are all the street.
At once.
Yeah.
But was he this, was he throwing this in front of them? Like on the face, like. That's just not what, what? Can I first? Should we just discuss it now? Yeah. But I can, I like it. Keep talking about it. It's very big one. Yeah, what was it this time? Really nice.
Yeah, you can work it out for them.
Yeah.
Those are cheesy. Here's another.
Hey, are we going to vote for this one? we going on both cases?
Jones case, looks like they only filed, DWI.
They're both DWS.
The ending is.
Okay, so they're just missing one.
They're going on the newer DWI. Please. Please here. It was acknowledged.
Mr. John, come on.
And we just need to be over.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, raise your right hand, someone, please. Please someone certify that you've been convicted of a felony, namely, what's the aggravated robbery? In Texas, for 2000. And that you're reflecting the judge is out of the court, you don't use the date.
Hey, Abigail, Abigail, need you with your computer.
Yes, absolutely. Sure.
See any other DWIs anywhere else, please?
All right. I get a cost number.
It's 253-9108.
Jobs.
Okay. Mr. Jones, can you get your.
Not only that, can you run the license as well?
Just these two. For the
Nothing else?
DWIs.
Okay.
And then prior.
And then the license, please.
The license, yes. It is suspended for ALR.
Okay.
The end date is
Just say,
2026.
the end date is when?
2026.
Okay.
So next February.
Press down.
Oh, and Your Honor, we have news for you. Kenzie and I are leaving on Monday.
No, really?
We are sad to go, but
Oh, where are you going?
keep it up.
Okay, where's she going?
Oh,
You know?
I don't remember.
Really? Awesome.
For my niece something.
Nice.
For my nieces.
So who, do we know we're getting 2 new people?
They're getting one post bar,
Okay.
full, right in the office. And
Congrats.
and then you're getting John, he's one of our class, he's pretty good.
Okay, great.
One new, one old. And Blaze is staying. And Chief is
Stays,
staying.
right?
Yes, yeah, so. But new group.
Oh, are you excited?
I am, I think so. I don't know a lot about juvenile, so I'll see how it goes.
It'll be a good learning
I
experience.
think so.
Yeah. Which court are you going to?
42nd,
Second.
Judge Nelson.
Okay, she's smart. She's good.
I've heard Amy to be very uncomfortable with it, so.
Just preparedness is everything,
Yes.
you know? Law, you know, because you're not gonna get all the, like, you'll get to really see what, you know? It's gonna be fun.
My parents say that my job is exciting now. I'm like, wait until next week.
I hope you have a good chief, because that really is what makes or breaks your, you know, because a lot of times, and I don't want to know, I don't know if you get to really do what you want to do, what your heart tells you to do, but I hope.
Hey, do you need anything from Spears? Okay, you good?
Thank you for Judge. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a good argument.
Well,
But we'll be here till
you
Friday.
know, the idea is that it's easygoing, nice, fun, but it's stern when it needs to be, you know? Who's the young lady in back?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy? Okay, got it. All right, coming up, guys. Mr. Jones,
You gave him that first day.
Yes.
I want to apologize for getting mad at you. I had the wrong person, so it wasn't you. So I'm sorry for raising my voice and getting upset with you. And the reason I got so upset was because you have 2 open DWIs. It's serious business. It's not a, you know, and so if I see someone that has those kind of cases that are open and when they start having more violations, that really tells me that there's a problem, which is not your case. I mean, I haven't seen any violations, which I'm hoping it stays that way. You know, the idea is that you learn something when you get here, so you leave better than you came, you know, because the last thing we want is for you to become a statistic. We have enough of that. We don't want any more. We don't want any more death on our streets. That's exactly what we're trying to prevent. And everything we do now here is to help you and give you the tools to make you better when you go out in the world, so that you think next time, you know, if you do want to get lit, right? If you want to have 32 shots of tequila, 52 joints or whatever it may be, right? That you think before getting into a car. Because God forbid It's that one mistake that you dig such a hole you never crawl out of. That's the idea, you know? You've worked a great deal here, really, where they're going to dismiss one of your DWIs, you're pleading to the other one. Nevertheless, when an officer pulls you over, the first thing they do, what do you think they do? They look at your record because they want to know who they're dealing with. If they look at your record and they go up to you in the car and they smell alcohol or dope, it's probably not going to go well. So the idea is, if you're going to get lit, if you're going to have that, be like that, take an Uber. Do you understand? The agreement that you've worked out is, like I said, they're going to dismiss one of the DWIs. You're pleading guilty to one of the DWIs, so it will go on your record. You are now entering into an agreement, a plea bargain with the state. The agreement is 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. As part of the agreement, you will do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. You will do a TRAS with conditions. You have already done the TRAS. The TRAS has recommended intensive outpatient treatment, followed by supportive outpatient treatment, which is good. I'm telling you, I thought they were going to order you to do inpatient treatment. That's what I thought they were going to do. So this is great for you because you're not going into lockup. But understand, it's not easy. You have to get it done. If you don't, you understand. No drugs, no alcohol, no breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it. Guardian interlock, a $100 one-time donation to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and 25 hours of community service. I will make you a deal. Your license is now suspended. I had them look it up to see whether you can drive or not. You can't drive now because your license is suspended. It's suspended until 2026 as to what the state saw and looked up. If you get your license back, I will waive that community service for you. I would rather you spend the time to try to get your license back and get liability insurance, car insurance. If you do, I'll take off the 25 hours of community service. You understand? If you fail at this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to bring you back out. We're going to have a talk about whether you violated this probation. If you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. You understand?
Stop.
The worst possible thing you can do is just take off. If you do, that's an instant warrant. The other worst possible thing, if you pick up another DWI. If you do, I'm just going to lose even more hair. Don't, really. If you ever have a problem, come back, talk to us. We can always work it out. There's never nothing that we can't work out. Anything can be worked out. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty to this offense, it will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated?
Yes.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. I'm not going to suspend your license. It's already suspended because of the ALR hearing. So don't just start driving until you get it back. Because you don't have a license, we're going to order you to get a portable device. I've been paying for it now while you're on bond for this case. I can't pay for it any further. Reduce his fees, please. The other thing that you need to understand is DWI is big business. There is a $3,000 surcharge that one normally tack onto this. I'm going to take it off now. But from now on, you ever pick up another DWI, that's a second. From now on, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail and a $6,000 surcharge on a second DWI. Do you understand? All right. Good luck, sir. Thanks, Jimmy. You can wait now. All right, I think that we're done, guys.
On Fridays to remind them to bring this. I will visit.
Alright. So Judge,
That's it.
you want me to hold off on setting the bond for her, or just set it?
No, do not set it.
Don't set it yet.
Nope,
Don't set it.
not until we get the actual,